Taurus November. This is a great month for you, Taurus, because this is your full moon month. So we have a 24-degree full Taurus super moon on November 15th. So if your sun rising or moon sign is close to 24 degrees, I would say within about 7-8 degrees radius, then this is going to be even stronger moon for you. And what a beautiful moon this is. You hear me joking a lot that I wish I was a Taurus. Taurus rules all the beautiful things of life, like jewelry, like clothing, like Mother Earth kind of energy, gardens, flowers, a beautiful meal. Okay, so let's take advantage of this supermoon to really gather together with those that we really love, because Taurus, you are ruled by Venus, and Venus rules relationships in general, but also all the things that are important, all the things that are of value. Now, this supermoon is going to be trining Pluto. Pluto is going to be still in that Earth sign of Capricorn at its very, very last couple days of it. So you're going to have a beautiful trine with Pluto. Now, Pluto rules other people's money. It rules combined monies. It also rules taxes, but there's a trine there. So maybe you're going to find out you get a tax return, or maybe you're going to come across some monies you didn't realize you were getting, because this full moon is also conjunct Uranus, the planet of, oh, wow, anything can happen. Okay. So I see positive things happening. Now, I pulled a couple. Now, remember, too, this is your last trine with Pluto, like for your whole lifetime. Okay, because it is finishing up its time in Capricorn, where it will not return. Take about 250 years for that to happen. Now, I did a little pre-reading, and first card that came up here was the Five of Pentacles. This is from the Phantom Tarot, which is based on the book The Night Circus, which I love. And, you know, this card, Five of Pentacles, is often called like the poverty mentality card, or the feeling left out in the cold card. Very human card, right? But five is a number of change. And we're talking about Pluto here. So there's some change happening in your finances. There's a change happening about what you consider important. Okay. Now, your second card in the pre-reading was the 10 of Wands, and he's literally carrying a heavy load. Okay. A 10 shows us that something is changing, because in numerology, we would call it a 1. All right. So you've been carrying a heavy load. Maybe you've been carrying a lot of burden about money, about finances, or maybe just struggling to get it all done, or maybe you've been working a bunch of different jobs. Okay. Now, your third card is the Seven of Crystals, which is traditionally the Seven of Swords. And she's like walking away with 3 crystals and leaving 4 behind. So maybe you're really deciding what is important. Maybe you're leaving some thoughts behind or expectations of yourself that just aren't realistic. Or maybe you put down a burden. Maybe you've put down one of your jobs or one of your ideas about what you're supposed to have accomplished. Okay. Now, I needed like more info, because I saw these cards as like almost had like a more down vibe about money than I was picking up originally. So I did one more clarifying card, and I got the Ace of Pentacles. And that was what I was feeling, was this like almost out of the blue thing showing up. You did have that 10 of Wands, and I was talking about it being a 1, and then the 1 shows up, 1 of value. This could literally be the money you were looking for, or the opportunity you were looking for. So I do see, and I felt it pretty strongly, that there's some change here that you're going to be really happy about. Now, let's pull some cards for week by week. Okay, we're going to start off with just a little live reading here. And let's see, and then we'll go week by week. Okay, we are using the Dreamy Moons, the Phantom Tarot, the Modern Witch, and the Sacred Forest Oracle. So your first card here is the King of Stars. This is traditionally the King of Swords. And, you know, he's really big business. His mind is on his money, and his money's on his mind, right? He's definitely focused. And so with the King of Stars there, the King of Swords there, I see you really in a power position. Now, your second card is the Nine of Pentacles. And I swear this card keeps showing up in the readings, the Nine of Pentacles. It's been a theme. This is such a Taurus card. And so you're just really, you're grounded, you're focused, you know what's of value, you're surrounded by beautiful things. Oh, interesting. The Seven of Swords shows up. This is the same card that it's underneath here. And this time she's carrying 5 swords. So 5 is a number of change of thought, stepping away from 2 swords, maybe other people's opinions or some ideas that you had about how things work. Okay, so I see forward movement here. Your oracle card says Aspen Spirit, Courage. Look at that castle in the background. So Taurus. I'm sure most of you Tauruses love beautiful real estate. It looks like fall. And so we have the courage. So maybe you just need the courage to really go for the things that you want, to think big. We have a lot of Jupiter energy this month because we're going to move into Sagittarius season later in the month, which is ruled by Jupiter. And we have a lot of activity with Jupiter and Gemini across from Sagittarius. So there's a chance here to think big. Okay, so go ahead and do that. All right, let's go week by week here, pulling some from the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, one for each week here. I love these little mini cards. This beautiful Golden Art Nouveau. It's kind of like, it's not too small. It's almost like a medium-sized card. Okay, so week number 1, we have this Nine of Pentacles keeps showing up. All right, here it is again, Nine of Pentacles. All right, all is well. There's a lot of beauty. Now, sometimes I say with the Nine of Pentacles, there can be a little bit of boredom sometimes because everything is beautiful, but maybe there's not a lot of movement. But make sure to really savor what is beautiful and really enjoy that. Week 2, we have the King of Wands here. It's our second king that's shown up. This could be a Sagittarius king. We're moving into Sagittarius season. It's a card of travel, card of going for what you want, card of passion. Week 3, we got the Ten of Swords. So it looks like you're pretty tired. I call this the acupuncture card because you need a little assistance there. There's a lot of overthinking, but it is a 10, so it's going into a new phase. Make sure to take care of yourself that 3rd week, which I think the full moon is the 2nd week. So the 3rd week is actually, is that the holiday? That's the week the sun moves into Sagittarius. That's the week that Pluto moves into Aquarius. Okay. And so actually that trine with Pluto then ends as it moves into the fixed sign of Aquarius. And Taurus, you are a fixed earth sign. So then you will begin the square with Pluto. Okay. So the square with Pluto, you know, Pluto's going to dominate. Pluto wants to bring change and wants to change things up. And it's going to be squaring you. So I would really enjoy the beginning part of this month because things will get a little bit more intense as we get farther in the month. Now for Thanksgiving week, you have the Justice card. Okay, this is your first, is this your only major? This is the only major arcana that showed up in this reading. Justice, which is also ruled by Venus, just like you are, Taurus. Okay, so this is a card about balance. Has a lot to do with peacekeeping, Libra, but it's also going to be a holiday week. So you really want to think about what's important. Sometimes Libras have a hard time saying no. So make sure you're saying no where you need to say no, and really holding yourself in high regard, taking care of your needs, because it looks like there was some exhaustion the week before. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move these cards over to the side. And we are going to work on our calendar here. We're going to roll some dice. We've got this big bowl of charms up here. So let's get some charms onto this calendar. See what we got. And let me roll these dice. Okay, you rolled Pluto, Virgo, 2nd house. So we know already that you've got a lot of activity with Pluto this month. Virgo is all the details, the analyzer, right? Pluto wants to like break everything apart, but Virgo wants to analyze it. And the second house is your house, Taurus. It's the house of value. So you're really going to want to analyze what's important, where you're overcommitted, what could be put down, what thoughts could be put down also. Okay. I have the word soon because we got OON that fell here on looks like that's still in October. We also have a moon there. Let's see what other letters. We got another O. We got a lot of Let's see. RFO. We've got a 5 over here. TSE. Just see if anything jumps out to you, if any names or coon, soon, tune, tons, and FAS. Fast and also rest. I see rest also, which you definitely need. Okay. The word wise up at the top. There's a little crown up here. Let's stick to what's on the page here. A little dog. Okay, we've got some circles going on. This is like a toupee over here on the 8th. Okay, so it looks like you have a lot of energy coming into the month, okay, especially on Halloween. RFO. I don't know if these are anybody's initials. And the 31st on Halloween, a lot of energy there. Going into that weekend, you've got a 5 here on Saturday the 2nd. You've got a C over here on the 3rd. And then we've got some activity. There's these circles here. This one has like a gift on it on the 6th and 7th. We've got activity 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Again here, 10th, 11th, 13th, 14th. And then when we get later in the month, it's the 21st has a rolling pin on it. So I don't know if maybe you're going to be baking something for the holidays. Also have like a battleship here. Okay. And we know that the holidays are going to be feisty time, lots of fire energy. Okay. So choosing our battles and maybe bringing gifts, because showing up with gifts always makes things smoother. We have the letter A over here on the 25th. The 26th, we have a castle. That's your second castle that showed up. And the letter Z on the 27th. Okay, now, so those are just kind of a little bit of overview of where there's some energy. Now let's see, according to the dice that we rolled, some power days for you, okay? So we rolled Pluto, and Pluto rules Scorpio. Okay. And one of the rulers of Scorpio. So we know where the sun is in Scorpio season here until November 21st. So you have some power energy there through Scorpio season. Then we also, let's see when the moon, we know, that's interesting because we know the moon is also in Scorpio on Halloween and on the 1st, which is Day of the Dead, All Souls Day, all that kind of stuff. So you do have a lot of energy there. Okay. Now, Virgo energy. Oh, it's interesting. So you basically have energy on the new moon on the 1st, and then the full moon, which is Taurus, because you rolled Taurus, which happens on the 15th, which actually didn't get any letters there. And then we have another new moon at the end of the month, but actually didn't roll that. So we're not going to worry about that. Okay. Let me give you some Scorpio dates. So then we know that coming into the month, the moon is in Scorpio on Halloween, which is the new moon, into the 2nd and into the 3rd until very early in the morning. Okay. So power days for you. Then we have Virgo, and we will have the moon in Virgo. Let's see. Where is Virgo? Virgo, starting on Friday, the 22nd. Here, right after your day, that looks like maybe you're baking. Friday the 22nd, 6:01 p.m. And so you get that whole weekend, the 23rd, the 24th, and into the 25th until like right as the sun comes up on the 25th. Okay. Now, you also rolled Taurus, and we already know that we have the full moon in Taurus on the 15th. So the moon actually moves into Taurus at 1:59 a.m. on the 14th. Power days, you have the letter S on the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th till early in the morning. All right. So these are power times for you, Taurus. It looks like a beautiful month. Enjoy it.